play Night City Stories. Where we last left off, our uneasy alliance with our band of bandits just experienced quite a traumatic event at the Bonito Ranch. And were able to escape in time before the Bonito Ranch went up in flames. We're going to actually pick up right after that. So you all are in an AV. Ma and Bug are in the front seat, flying back towards Night City. Rian is in the back next to Zig Zag, holding hands, and you all are back there together in the back seat of this AV.
So that was fun.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute.
You holding up okay, Sid?
I'm not good. No, I'll be okay. I need a chance to rest. I'm really thinking a lot about my life choices right now and what brought me to this moment.
I just want to say one thing before we all do anything else. I'm just realizing now everyone is still alive. That's actually pretty impressive.
A lot of people are dead, but none of us.
None of
The
us.
fact that you guys are all still alive, considering what just fucking happened. Okay. You got any more of that pocket shrimp?
Yeah, here. Just hand him some shrimp.
It is definitely covered in blood. You were bleeding a lot, Sid.
I was, but you know,
It wouldn't be the first time I've had her blood. We've been covered in each other's blood
a lot of times
at this point.
Rian looks at you and he's like, that's a weird thing to say.
And we go back. We're like family at this point.
This is the line of work.
Like
I'm really glad
or
you're
like
okay,
capital
Gizmo.
F family. Like
We're
family.
not like blood related, but we're kind of blood related, if you get what I mean. And he likes some of my jokes. It's cool.
That man was
blood
wearing
related.
a lion. That man was wearing a lion skin, right? Like we all saw that big, tall drink of water murdering us.
Yeah, he was hot too, but he was like not up for any sort of discussion.
Pretty
Yeah,
sure
I'm
Ruby
also gonna
blew his ass away.
Well, I'm gonna say that guy seemed pretty hardcore. I'd like to think that that's Dunzo for him, but I got a sneaking suspicion he's gonna be back. That's all I'm saying.
He didn't seem fully human, to be honest.
That's correct.
You think he was like actually put together by someone, like piece by piece, like from other people?
Like a Frankenstein. I was thinking augmented to the point of like maybe he's more machine than man. I wasn't like someone with the lightning switch animated a corpse.
That would still be kind of cool though.
It would be cool.
All right.
But let's get back to where all this started. Zig Zag, you wanna come clean with some stuff right about now?
I mean, I feel like I gave you all an opportunity in the bunker when I had my own press conference to ask any questions, and you didn't seem that curious. Okay, but here we go. That's my Ma. That's Ma Benito. This is Rian. He is still bugged, so wherever we're headed, Ma, we better be going first to a fixer to take that whatever's in his brain out. Did our doctor die?
Speaking of happy families, you two are like holding hands. What's up with that?
He was my boy. Brian, are we still dating?
I thought so. I mean,
Okay.
we never really talked about it, but...
I mean, I did, just to be clear, just because we're all coming clean, I did date people in between you going to jail and prison and me now, in this moment.
Well, I mean, I understand, and I wouldn't have expected you to not do that. But we didn't know if I was coming back, so... I
didn't think you were. This is a pleasant surprise. So this is my boyfriend, currently, and... as long as we can get the thing out of his brain, and that doesn't sort of lobotomize him. I'm just talking like this because I am emotionally vulnerable at the moment. I am concerned sort of everyone's gonna die. I did just watch Where I Grew Up blow up, and that's sort of a big mind melter for me here, so we're having some thoughts today.
I look over, I lean into Sid, and I kind of like tap her on the shoulder. I'm like, and I point over to Ravenne. The kid is clearly really shaken up. Just looking out the window right now. Can you maybe bury the hatchet or something? We're never gonna live past this if we don't all come together.
Sid, annoyed, shifts in her seat.
I'm not saying you gotta be friends. I'm just saying...
She tried to steal poison from me,
but
which she would have used on us if given half the chance.
Sid.
Okay.
The kid's like half our age. We were just as dumb then.
Listen, stop asking me to be a grown-up, okay? Just because I'm old doesn't mean I have to be a grown-up. But fine. So I turned to Ravenne. I'm like, Ravenne, you all right?
I guess.
This was
Why
a lot.
are you asking?
I'm checking on you. You look pretty shaken up, and I imagine you may not have been through this as many times as Gizmo and I have had.
Yeah, no, never.
Yeah. So, are you going to finally tell us what you're doing here?
I guess. I don't
What are you
really
looking
know
for?
what I'm doing here anymore. Well, I mean, I was trying to get into the Benito family, that was what I was gonna do. That was, my main goal. And it's fallen apart now. And I don't have anywhere else to go anymore. I don't know where to go, And you guys keep asking me, "Oh, what are you doing? Why are you here?" And I don't know anymore. I don't have anywhere to go home to. I don't have anything else that I could do. I don't have a family. I literally do not have a home. You guys are all I have. And I don't know what to do.
One could argue that the head of the Benito family is sitting in the front of this car, and the daughter of the Benito family is sitting in the back, and you're here with them. So I kind of think goal achieved, huh?
Not
Great
to
news.
mention, I may have been thoroughly bleeding out during that last part of the affair, but pretty sure you're also a reason why a good chunk of us are still alive, so you're not totally useless, kid.
Will you guys trust me? I really haven't meant to cause you guys any harm. And honestly, I was just trying to use the poison to see if maybe I could poison the food table. Because I thought, I don't know, maybe the thugs would be dumb and try to grab a snack, And I thought you'd be so busy doing like actual cool things that like you wouldn't really think about it.
Okay, you got a lot to learn, kid. You can't go rogue. You got to work with us. If you want to, you can earn our trust, but you can't just go off and do your own thing. You need to work with the group, and we can teach you how to do that. I understand. Listen, I lost everything years ago, and it was really hard to rebuild. And when I met Gizmo, things changed, but like you got a shot with us, but you got to work with us.
I'll try my hardest. I mean it.
Okay.
Ma looks back and she's like, "You're good in my book, kid. You saved my skin back there. And that whole business about cutting your fingers off, I was just playing around. You're a part of this family now, and well, this family is no Zig Zag. We're not gonna cut anybody's fingers off.
Don't look at me in the rip. Keep your eyes on the road.
I don't need
Sky.
to rip flying in the sky. I don't need to... All right, anyway, Ravenne, what I'm trying to say is you're a part of this family, but it sounds like you got something better. The folks in the back there with you. There's no happy ending for people like us, and if you have a chance to get out of this life, find something better with people who can help you find it, take that chance. Don't end up like me.
Ma, that is a real rich speech coming from you, to be honest, right now.
Hey, look, Zig Zag, you don't have a choice, all right? Somebody's going to take my place when I'm gone, so I don't really know why you're even throwing your 2 cents in, because this doesn't apply to you.
I like this lady a lot. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ruby. I also like her. She's my mom, and I just want you to remember that part of that.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying she tells you what for, and you listen, and that's I respect that. I like a lady who does that.
You see Rian looks at you, Gizmo, and he's like, so what's your story, man?
Okay, the bugged guy is asking me to tell him about my life story, guys. What exactly is the detail of how much he's pulling up right now?
Yeah, maybe we should figure this out.
All I know is there's some kind of weird augment with my eye, and I think that's probably how they found the Benito Ranch.
Okay, kids, so how about we flip this? What's your story?
Wait, Gizmo, maybe you could fix him.
Are we just talking?
No,
right.
no. I
mean, just pull
not.
the look. Just he might be able to.
All right, how long ago did they do this?
It happened sometime while I was in prison. Probably like, I don't know, a little over a year ago.
Okay. There's some risk, but I mean, it's probably doable. Let me see. Is it behind the ear kind of thing? Let me go look at you. Lean in over here.
He kind of leans in, and you take a look and see that there is a you can see that there's like a cord that runs under his skin, but it looks like it runs from his eye, like behind his head, to the nape of his neck.
Okay. So there's some good news and some bad news. It's fixable, or at least I can sever the connection. Downside is it's gonna hurt a lot. Like, a lot. What's your threshold?
Well, hey man, look, all right, I've been in the pen. I'm tough. I can handle it.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna put it past you. You've survived this long, but you do not look that tough. I'm being serious. Can someone, all right, Sid, punch him on the arm.
I punch him on the arm hard.
And he's like, and he looks back at Zig Zag. He leans into Gizmo. He's like, hey man, look, I'm just putting on a show here. Can we just like keep this between us?
Yeah. I got you. All
I
right.
have amped hearing.
So you hear Rian's just trying to impress you, and he's really scared. He has a low threshold for pain. He's not about this at all.
I reach into my pocket and I pull out blood covered shrimp. I'm kidding. No, I reach out my pocket and I pull out the vial that says medicine ?
Okay.
You could maybe take this. Maybe it'll like take the edge off.
I mean, I don't really feel sick, and I'm not gonna lie, the question mark on the label makes me feel a little unsafe. So
Okay.
I think it was supposed to be an exclamation point. They just, they're a little confused.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like exclamation points are more like a line. This is more like a C. Like you have to be intentional drawing that C.
It's cursive.
Question,
Yeah, I never learned how to
big-
read cursive, so I trust you.
Well, look, listen, kid. Here's the thing. We leave the eye connection in. We're all dead. We take it out. You take the medicine. Maybe you die, maybe you don't. That's our choices here. So I know which risk I'd be going for.
So anybody who wants to can make a perception check.
Or what? Just anything.
Just general
So
position.
Just a general-
something is
Did you
about to happen, and
What I was
you
gonna
can
ask,
attempt to perceive it.
How much space is there, like, if, is there like floor space to like lay him down?
Yeah, I mean, like he'd be kind of laying on some people's feet, but like there's enough space to like lay him down.
Well, if everybody else stood up, because like if everyone else were to like have to hold him down because he's gonna be writhing in pain,
Yeah, I mean, like people can like you'll be hunched over, but you can
Yeah.
you can make it
Okay.
happen. Yeah.
Okay.
So what did anybody roll perception?
Yeah, I got a 4.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
got
got
it.
20.
20. Okay,
Okay,
I
I got
got
a
a
13.
okay.
Oh.
6.
Oh wait,
6,
I
okay.
did the wrong thing. I've been playing a different game for a few weeks.
No worries.
Hold on,
And
because I'm like, how do you get a 20? I rolled a d10. Hold on.
While you're doing that, just double check, because you know how if you roll a 1, you got to do it again and then subtract the number. If you roll a 1 again, there's no like some kind of
It doesn't
down.
stack. No,
it doesn't stack.
Yeah.
Good. So it is 20. I'm just full
You
disclosure.
rolled a 1 and
as you
got a
can.
20? Okay.
Oh, yeah,
also
no, my
rolled a
perception
1.
is dope, man.
That's crazy. That is
I
That's
rolled
why
a
I
1,
was
but I
like,
got a 6.
I don't want to ever be the fighting gal. That's why I was so impressed at the end of the last episode. And it went so well.
It was wild.
I got a 15 on mine.
15? Okay.
So did I,
15,
now that I
okay.
remember how to play this game.
So, Gizmo, Sid, and Ruby, you see Ma kind of like motion to Bug and was like, take care of that. And he pulls out this really big knife and he starts to turn around and reaches out to grab Rian on the shoulder. And he's like, come here, kid, I'll fix you up.
Whoa. We can do this slightly more gracefully.
Rian looks at
can?
you, Gizmo, and he's like, I'll do the surgery. I don't want that knife anywhere near me.
Yeah, that thing's gonna lob his whole damn head off.
Is
Bug
there
puts
a
it
better
away.
way to do this? I just asked the group. I'm like, we're in danger, I think, right now. I mean, he clearly, like, that's why the whole place blew up, right? It's because we brought him there. So,
Yeah.
but is there a
I think
safer,
there's
better
enough
way?
talking. I think there's just doing.
Unfortunately,
right
there
now.
is no safer way than disconnecting it this way. But he's gonna live as long as we do it my way.
I mean, we should go with Gizmo.
Do it.
Alright.
Do it.
Bug puts his knife away. He's like, make it quick. So Gizmo, let's figure out what kind of check.
Yeah.
this
What's the surgery check?
is.
You lobotomize Rian.
Yeah, I know. You're
Butter me.
gonna like
Would it be
cut his head
luck?
off
Should
on
we do
accident.
luck?
Can you do let's do a concentration check first.
Oh,
Okay.
You can use luck.
you can use luck. That's
Can
right.
Use luck.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So wait. So we're doing concentration first, and then we're gonna do luck. How do you?
So you have luck points, right? And
Yes.
you can apply luck points to a roll. Yeah.
Oh.
So luck is like it's like additional points that you can add to a roll.
Can you only use them once?
Every day.
Once a day, yeah.
That
Every
amount.
in-game day they replenish. Yeah.
Could have used that during battle. Didn't realize that.
No worries. So yeah, let's.
Gizmo doesn't believe in luck.
Yeah, exactly.
But now
Alright,
you
so-
have him now, so
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that we all got out alive.
I'm gonna
Sorry, Carmen,
say
take
that
the
this
seat.
will be a concentration check.
Okay.
And then after that, we're gonna do a. I was gonna say play instrument, but that's silly. Yeah, let's just do concentration.
Well,
Okay.
I can
technically,
play an instrument.
It's a medical instrument.
I got a 14.
14. Okay, cool. Can you give me an athletics check?
Sure. Let me see. That's
We're doing some Stairmaster.
yeah. Uh, 17. Because do I roll again? I forget if I get the 10 on.
Oh, so if you roll a 10, that's like a crit. So
Yeah.
you roll again and
Okay.
add the
Yeah,
result of
roll.
the second roll.
Then 23.
good job, Gizmo.
Okay, awesome. So the first roll you failed, and the second roll was to see how bad the damage is. So you start to operate on Rian,
Ooh.
and the implant has some sort of like trigger in it,
Son of a bitch.
and it like kind of ignites and burns the side of his face, but you're able to like rip it out. And he's only burned a little bit, but his whole eye is just completely gone. So his right eye is just gone now. And you see he's like writhing on the floor and screaming in pain. And Bug is kind of looks back and he's like, my way would have been easier.
Your one would have lost his head.
I turn to him and I go, medicine?
Yeah. I'm just like I'm on the floor of the car now or whatever. I'm like trying to like hold him down. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, Sid, medicine? Question.
Yeah.
You see,
Maybe it'll grow him a new eye. I don't know.
he snatches the medicine from you and he's like, I'll take it, and chugs it down. So could you roll a percentage die for me, please, Miellyn, and tell me high or low?
I've never rolled a percentage die before, so I have one, but I don't know what it does at all. So talk me through it.
So,
Hi.
Okay. What? So you add the two numbers together to get a result. So, which numbers what did you roll on the 2 die?
2 zeros.
Okay. So
What is that? Is that 100?
That's
It's gotta
100.
be 100,
yeah,
right?
That's 100. So what that means is, yeah, you crushed it.
Oh, cool.
So he takes some medicine, and you see that like there's this really calm look that comes over his face, and he kind of falls asleep. But you can tell that he's gonna be okay.
I put my hand on
Buddy.
Zig Zag's shoulder and I go, it worked. He's gonna be okay.
Or he died. I don't
He
know.
didn't. No, he didn't. I know for sure.
But
He's
just
still
yes,
breathing.
his eye looks
He's so calm
gnarly.
that his heart stopped beating.
He's at peace in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you were able to remove the ocular implant, and whoever was using it or wherever it came from is no longer in use. So you feel like you are safe for now.
We're
Except that we
safe.
don't have the info from him now.
Well, he'll wake up eventually, says
No, I
Sid.
know. I'm just.
He will. He will. Don't stir the pot right now, Ruby. Just here's some tequila, and I like grab a bottle from the door and hand it to her. Listen,
Truth is,
Zig
the
Zag.
kid was gonna lose the eye no matter what. I didn't know it was gonna be bugged, but it was.
If I'm
already
being
gone.
honest, when he told me his eye was bug, I assumed it was a fake eye anyway. So really, in my mind, we're sort of back where I thought we were to begin with. So
Great. We can get him a great robot eye. It'll be
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
no,
Yeah, we'll hook him
because
up.
now somebody could hack into that eyeball, and that feels concerning. Consider what we're going to be doing in the bedroom later. Anyway, that's
Okay.
too much information.
Or a sexy eye patch then.
Yes.
It
Okay.
seems like she don't care about that. But that's all right. So where are we going? Do we actually know where we're going?
Yeah, Ma,
Can
where are
I,
you taking
like-
this car?
Tap. Can I like knock on the driver's head and say, "What the hell,
That's
man?
Ma,
Where
isn't
are
it?
we headed?" Ma's
Ma.
not
So
driving.
you
I'm
Yeah.
just
tap
in the
Ma
front.
on the head, and then
Ma's
you
right.
feel
Oh, I didn't know it
like
was Ma.
you tap Ma on the head, and you feel the barrel of like a hand cannon in your stomach. And she's like, "Don't do that again, otherwise we're gonna have one less passenger. We're
Oh,
going to a
That's right.
Benito
That's
safe
kinda
house."
Sexy. Benito's safe house. Cool.
Are we sure it's
Okay.
safe?
Well, we're gonna find out.
As advertised.
Hey, quick question, Ma. A couple questions. How many Benitos do we think escaped?
She looks around and she's like, 3 so far.
Great. I mean, the whole bunker was there. The whole bunker couldn't have gone up in flames. Also, not everyone lives at the ranch, so I feel like we still probably have other people in the city somewhere. 2, remember that nice doctor who was gonna take his eye out, Mo? He died for sure, though, right?
I don't know if Mo's dead, Roxy, but this isn't my first time doing this. I've been doing this a long time. We have protocols in place, and we'll be okay. We gotta regroup and make our next move.
Were you about to say this isn't your first time losing your entire crime family? Because that is hardcore.
Well, you don't get to this level of power that we have without a few setbacks.
I shed a single stressful tear.
So
Can I
we
check
need
my
to-
phone to see if there's like any reply?
Yeah, so you check your phone. You see Bit has texted you back and is like, I sent some guys to that location. Are you okay?
I'm okay, yeah. But something really bad has happened at the Benito family ranch.
You see there's like 3 dots. And then he's like, that's really sad. I'm so sorry about that.
I'm afraid the Nova family might be next.
And then a long pause and a question mark. And he's like, do you know something I don't?
There was this dude there he was trying to take down the family, and it seems like he's from this one other crime family. I don't know, the one that's in space. But it seems like they're trying to take control of the city, which, I mean, that means taking out all the crime families, right?
A long pause, and then he's like, okay.
I'm looking over Raven's shoulder. Sorry.
Very good.
Okay, awesome. So, so you look over Raven's shoulder and you kind of are able to see that whole exchange. But yeah, after okay, he doesn't reply anymore.
So I look at Ruby. Ruby. Finnick has to do with this. Finnick, he was trying to kill me and Gizmo. And I know that he is connected with this in some way. Have you been in touch with him too? Before all this, obviously.
Well, I mean, last I spoke to him was when he kicked me out of his office and I never walked back in that building again.
How long ago was that?
Long enough.
So,
I don't know how we're going to take him down with this group of people. I mean, what connections have you got to Fennick? Who have you been talking with?
I've been working for him.
Wait, but who's Finnick?
It's really complicated, but he's somebody used to give me jobs a lot, and it was fine because it was just freelance and it was not a big deal and it wasn't too bloody, so it was fine. And Gizmo and I would work for him sometimes, but he sent Gizmo to kill me. That's why we were at the concert that night. We didn't come to see Zig Zag show. Sorry. Huge fan. Seriously, huge fan. I never thought I could get tickets. It sold out for months. But we went up backstage and I was sent on a job and Gizmo was sent to kill me. And so I actually found something there because of course we we didn't kill each other, but we killed the other guy because I think it was really complicated. I think Gizmo was sent to kill me and somebody was sent to kill Gizmo. Anyway, we wasted that guy. Okay. I got a bunch of stuff. So I have some discs. I have one that was from Finnick and one from this guy Nix, who I used to work with. I think that we should try to analyze those and see if we can get any clues off of them, because I don't know if Finnick is the boss on this, but he is definitely involved.
Well, you haven't looked what's on the disc?
No, been a little busy.
Have you though? Remember a whole period of time where you're sitting at a coffee shop drinking coffee and eating biscuits?
We were technically on a stakeout.
Yeah, and we were there for 5 minutes before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
let's look at the disc.
Well, Ruby, you found time to go on a date in the middle of this, so I really think that
guys,
you could just
this isn't
pull
the
it back
way
just a little bit.
I wasn't
Hey. We are not going to survive if we keep doing this.
All right. Well, what's on the disc? Let's look at the disc.
Thank you. That's a much nicer way to ask it.
Oh, don't take that tone with her. She's not going to be friendly with that.
Oh, Ruby and I go way back. I think we know how to handle each other just fine. Thanks, Zig Zag.
Are y'all going to kiss?
Maybe later.
Are we all going to? Oh,
I pulled the discs out.
All right, awesome. Go ahead and do a basic tech check.
All right. Basic tech. I got money in that. Let's see.
I put it all on red.
All right. Let's see. I have to find it all. 16.
Excellent. 16 on which one? They're going to be separate checks.
16 on the Finnick disc first.
Okay, the Finnick disc. Is that the one that you found in the hotel room? Is that what you mean?
My apartment?
No, didn't Finnick gave me a disc.
Oh, the one that he gave you. Okay.
Yeah.
So you look at the disc that he gave you and you can pretty easily analyze this and kind of pick it apart. And you see that it looks like it's really shoddy work. It looks really fake. Honestly, you didn't really take too much time to inspect it just because trusted Finnick.
Yeah,
but this looks
fake.
It looks like a fake.
But is there anything on there? Like, is there any sort of like clue? Can I see even maybe who would have made the fake disc or something like that? Like, do I recognize any of the crappy work?
Old vacation photos or like
on a 16, you don't know necessarily who made it, but I will say that you know from your time there and just kind of from knowing Finnick and the people that he runs with, his sort of the head of his like R&D department that handles a lot of that stuff is someone named Lucia. So you feel like she may have been involved in some kind of way.
Okay, so I turn to the group. This has got Lucia's fingerprints all over it.
Who's Lucia?
That was a name that
No,
we
it's
found.
fine.
Ruby, you know that Lucia is essentially like your rival. She's someone who was kind of always, you felt like was always kind of out to get you when you were working there, and someone who would like go out of her way to try to prove that she's better than you.
Right.
So I look at Ruby.
Lucia and I used to work together with Finnick, and no matter what I did, she was always trying to cut me down and trying to show off or claim my work to Finnick, that she'd somehow managed to get it done, or that she was, you know, the mastermind behind it all, and I was just the grunt work or whatever, and undermine me every step of the way. So it doesn't surprise me at all if she either maybe switched the disc for some 2-bit job that she made to give it to you, or there was never meant to be a proper disc in the first place and these guys were screwing with you.
Yeah, no, he sent me on a wild goose chase with this disc that I didn't look at closely. But this makes sense. So now we know, though, this is pretty clear that Lucia is still working with him.
So we have to take both of them out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Lucia is probably more important than Finnick, really. Let's look at the other disc and see. Is it the same kind of role?
Yes, this is a basic tech role. So this is actually the phone that you had from the, like the disc that was like the SIM card of the phone. Right?
No.
I
took, so there's a chip from the phone because we destroyed the phone by accident and we have a chip left over. But there was a disc on Nyx when I killed him that I gathered. So that's what I want to inspect
Okay,
next.
cool. Yeah, go for that.
Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's see. 14.
Oh, okay. One sec.
I forgot about the chip. We'll have to do that one too.
Okay, so
I don't like all the typing he's doing. And they all died. Get ready to make new characters.
Okay, so yeah, you learn from this. On a 14, there's a lot of encrypted information. So it's hard to decipher the specifics, but you can gather that it seems like Nyx was trading information from inside Finnick's operation. So it seems like Nyx may have been planning to or in the process of double crossing Finnick in some kind of way.
Okay, and then I want to hand the chip from Nyx's phone to Gizmo and have him have a look at that.
All right, let's see. So do I do the same thing?
I hand you the chip and that disc.
Okay.
Okay, so for Gizmo, let's see. I mean, you don't really have a tech skill, Gizmo.
Don't you have basic tech?
I have basic tech at +7, and I have cyber tech also
Oh, you do? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. My sheet is out of date. So yes, go ahead and do either basic tech or cyber tech, whichever you prefer.
Does it make a difference which one?
Which one's higher?
I mean, yeah, one's higher than the other. Other than that, but
Yeah,
do that.
I mean, you can choose to do the lower. I'm just saying that you'll get the same result no matter which.
okay.
So it doesn't matter in this
Different stats
situation.
or something. Cool.
I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
I just didn't.
No worries, it's all good.
Thanks for the assist, Sid.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm here for you.
Let's see. 20.
Ooh.
Awesome.
And I have to do it again, right? Because you gave me both.
So she gave you so you won't be able to learn any additional information from the disc that she gave you from Finnick. But because you can just keep passing stuff around and redoing checks. But
Listen, I'm just trying.
It was a nice try though. But on the phone sim, on a 20, you this was Nix's phone, right?
Yeah.
So on a 20 with the phone sim, you are essentially able to pull up all of his contact lists and see his messages. And you see that he was in contact with Finnick. There are a lot of other people he was speaking with also. And he has a lot of messages with someone who is in his phone as the Whisperer. And
Do I recognize that name?
You do not. You do
I?
not recognize the Whisperer.
Do I?
Actually, let's do this. Anybody who wants to can make a local expert check to see if they recognize the name the Whisperer.
Okay.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can make a local
Oh my
expert.
gosh.
While you guys
You are
roll,
so
I want to
powerful.
ask.
Oh, damn it, I rolled a 1! Damn it. But still.
On Nix's phone, are we in a position to use the phone as if we were Nix? Do other people think Nix is still alive?
Phone's dead. We broke the
Right.
phone.
You broke the
But-
phone, but you were asking if anybody knows Nix is dead. It's been a few days since the incident at the stadium, so I'm going to say that they probably found the body. However, the police probably have the body, so it's a gamble, but you can most certainly try because you don't know whether or not they would have information of whether
That
or not
it's
he's
right.
dead.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thank
It's
you.
been one day.
Has it
Yesterday.
been one day?
So
Because I feel like the incident happened. You went to Ruby's house. You slept
Yeah.
the night. Then you.
this was the same
Oh.
day.
Biscuits.
Okay, so it's been one day. Yeah.
It's an intense
Oh,
day.
you're right.
It's been a very intense day.
Yeah.
Good thing we've been eating so much. Got to keep up sustenance.
Well, it's like on Thanksgiving. You feel like you have like 3 days in one because
That's
like
All the
Right.
food.
Okay, so what did y'all get on your local expert checks?
19.
18.
22.
18, 22. Raven, did you do one?
I critted, by the way.
Okay.
Nice.
Gizmo, did you do one?
No, because I figured I've been kind of on the outs with stuff like this to some degree.
Okay, so Sid, Ruby, Zig Zag, you all know the Whisper is a myth essentially, but you, Zig Zag, and Ruby and Sid also know that like being on the inside of things and like the Undercity and all that, you know that the Whisper is essentially like one of the most infamous assassins. And Ruby and Sid specifically working with Finnick so much, the Whisperer is somebody that Finnick hires when things get way out of hand. Is sort of somebody who comes in and cleans up the situation. Ruby, you know, because you're so close to Calypso, you know that this is not Calypso. This is actually somebody
Right.
else.
Thank you.
And Gizmo, on your 20 about the phone, you also notice that in the messages that you're able to see, one of the messages from the Whisper to Nyx is Finnick is on to you. I don't want to take sides, but I have a job to do. Nothing personal.
Okay. So, guys, good thing is I've got all the contact info, so we can at least have a bunch of people to rattle off of who could be working together. 2, there's a message here from the Whisperer, and it says that basically it seems like Nyx and Finnick are no longer, on the inside together, and they might be actually warring against each other. So, you guys know anything about this Whisperer character?
Yeah, but why would Nyx then have come to kill me unless it was like a final job? That's weird. Would I have, Carmen, would I have worked with the Whisperer ever? Am I high up enough?
Make a cool check.
Oh, man.
Just while she's doing that, can I just confirm, because you said the Whisperer was like seen to be a myth, but we know that they're not. Is that correct? So or we suspect that they're not?
So you know for a fact they are not a myth, and they are like a really deadly assassin. But like to the layman, they're like a myth.
Oh, okay. So they're the Dread Pirate Roberts kind of.
Mm-hmm. There was also one other thing that I forgot to mention is because of what you learned at the Benito family ranch, Gizmo, you see that a lot of that Nyx was sending a lot of files to the High Riders, and you notice the information that Sid uncovered on one of the other discs of Nyx gathering intel on Finnick. A lot of those files are being sent to the High Riders, so you can gather that Nyx was gathering information on Finnick and his enterprise and sending that intel to the High Riders, and that's probably what inspired Finnick to send the Whisperer after Nyx.
Okay, so the High Rider, so Finnick, we know then Finnick is not working with the High Riders.
Right.
I got a 19, cool check.
Okay, awesome. So you worked with this person a couple of times. You've never seen them, but you do know that they often wear like a different mask. They switch masks, and each of them has like an animal motif, and they have a blade that has different poisons infused into it, so it causes the blade to change colors. But they use that katana and mask is like their look.
So can I stop and think back to the person who we saw in the hotel room, and does this make me re-examine the person we saw in the hotel room, and is that the Whisperer? Can I tell?
So I don't think anybody got a good look at the person, but I think that from what you all know and what you've gathered, you can assume pretty helpfully that it was probably the Whisperer that you saw in the hotel room.
Okay, so I told the group, I'm like, listen, I've worked with this person. They are no joke. This is when stuff gets really real. And now that I think about it, I bet that's who we saw back in the hotel room with the mask.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we've got a super murder assassin on our tails now. Great.
Probably.
So just so I understand, I'm just going to sort of talk this through. What we have here is that your old boss tried to have you murdered. Nyx presumably was playing along to go murder you, cleaning up loose ends so he can make a power play or something. But Nyx was also sort of a double agent, sort of like Ravenne was in the beginning, but not anymore. You're pure Benito, or not? Unclear. Ma gave you free reign to join us or not, but you're welcome. Join them. It's fine. So then, what was I saying? Hold on. Nyx is a double agent for the High Riders, who also used my boyfriend, Rian, to get a message to my family and then blow up our home. Because they're also making a power play. So is it right to assume the two sort of powers in play at the moment who are trying to upset the careful balance that the Novas and Benitos have over Night City currently are Finnick's Omnicorp, I immediately forgot which one it was, and then also the High Riders who decide to send a big scary Reaper to murder us specifically. Is that correct?
I mean...
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I feel like our god is nodding, so I feel good about it.
That
So
all makes sense, but then the question is, why? Is this like really simply just, you know, we want to rule the universe? Like, why us? I mean,
Could just
you
be
know?
we're just getting in the way.
No, it doesn't make sense. I've been a good soldier. I mean, listen, I ask questions sometimes when I shouldn't, but like, I can't think of any. Oh, wait a minute. I can't think of anything.
So we're fine then.
No. Hold on.
no.
Do I want to talk about this, Gizmo?
No. God damn it. This
You
is
may
the
as well
head
just let
thing that you
everybody
guys
in
are
on it.
talking
Now's the
about.
time.
Okay, so there's Raven, Zig Zag. You don't know about this, and really wish I didn't have to tell you because this is kind of personal. But my implants in my brain have been haywire. See, they've been going a little bit haywire. I've been having some memory loss and some problems with that. It hasn't really been affecting my day-to-day too badly, and I know it'll affect my job, right? Like if people won't hire a net runner who can't think straight. So I was working on getting it fixed, but maybe there's something happened that I don't remember.
So maybe we need to get this sorted out sooner than later.
Hey, Ma. I know that we don't really know each other, but considering we're all kind of, in the soup now, do you know a safe place we can possibly get Sid looked at?
Well, our doctor would have been the only one on our side who could take a look at it, but
Hey, I got a guy. Thrice
You got a
down.
guy.
Come on, man.
You
Thrice
still in
down.
good standing with him?
Triple Duke. Sorry. Triple Duke. Thrice down's the name of the record shop.
I believe that is his full name. Yeah, but didn't Calypso get kicked out of there?
Did you
No,
say
he
record
was
shop?
helping her.
Right, but
Record
then
shop.
you went on a date with Quadora, his daughter, and then sort of left her at the altar, if you will, with the check. And then also she went home and told her dad, and then they kicked Calypso out.
I don't recall it in that same
Okay.
way.
Wait, the record shop
For
owner owns a
one.
hospital?
That was my question.
For one, we went on a date. I sorted the check out with the guy before I left. So I didn't leave her with anything. I said we're getting our check cleared because of all of the mess that you guys caused. So yeah, she was sitting there, but let us all go back and remember she was hitting on you first. So who's the one that's a little bit hurt here? I think it's me. Part 2. He actually helped Calypso. And as far as I've been told by my secret smoke show assistant, she's kind of back on track and getting better. So I think, I think he knows what's going on, and I think if you grease his palm enough, that he can look after it.
This
We all
was a
got
really
money
long
on.
story, and I'm a little too stressed to really process what's going on. But what I do remember is when me and Gizmo and Sid went to the Novas, they said that they'd be willing to help us out if we ever needed it. I don't know if we really want to go that route right now, but they did say that they would take a look at Sid's head and my arm. But I don't forget I said that. They said that they could look at Sid's head if we ever needed it, and this might be a good time.
when
Your
you say that,
arm
Ma's like, you can't ever trust a Nova to do nothing.
Oh,
That is true.
And we'd have to do a job for them, right?
Yeah,
well,
and-
but I think they said that like if we need, something in order to help do that job, then we'd be good to
Oh,
do so,
interesting.
right?
That's an interesting angle.
Okay.
I'm
Speaking
just
of
gonna-
going places, where I lean over to Mom like, hey, where are we going? Just
And
curious.
she's like, that safe house over by the docks?
I know it. I'm pretty sure no one else in this car knows it.
Hey, Roxy, you've been gone a long time, and Raven's been running jobs for us. She's a part of the family now, so she knows things.
Who's Roxy?
No, we already went over this. That's sort of the name I was given when I was. You know how when you're born, your mom calls you a name?
You know how
Hey,
she just told you
brain
she got
problems?
a brain injury? Goodness me.
No,
Don't be rude about it.
I forgot that immediately that you said that.
We can get you checked out too, don't worry.
Oh, this is a human brain problem, so.
While everyone's talking, I want to contact my secretary, my agent, and say, what's the relationship with where are we at with Triple Down? Twice Duke, Triple Duke, thrice down. Besides the fact that I can't remember his name.
Juno texts you back, and she's like, "Relationship? What? No, I'm not in a what? Who? I mean, yeah, I'll. No, Calypso and I figured something else out. We're ready to meet up with you whenever you're free."
So I'm gonna say A, WTF, and 2, just to clarify, what's outstanding with Doc? Can we bring someone down?
You see that she says, you may want to talk to him yourself. He wasn't really in a talking mood while we were there.
All right. So I turn back to the group and I say, look, I feel like I can work it out with the Doc. Do we want to give it a try?
I mean, honestly, it's probably our only shot right now, and I think if we don't fix this now, we're gonna have major issues in the future.
And I appreciate, Raven, that you said about the Novas and everything, but I'm gonna, as much as I'm willing to be open and move forward with our relationship, I don't think my first step is gonna be introducing a whole other crime family into the situation. That's all I'm gonna say.
In my experience, it's always best to be in bed with one crime family at a time, because usually there's a lot of hurt feelings when you play both sides.
You see Miles like, all right, we're almost there. So this is the plan. We're gonna ditch the car and we'll wait the rest of the night out here. In the morning, Bug will take you around, get you some transportation, and you can do what you need to do.
What are you doing, Ma?
I gotta put our family back together.
Okay. And you're gonna do that safely and in not like a big showy way where you trying to take on the high riders immediately while we're still sort of fractured?
She kind of looks back and smiles at you, and she's like, I'm gonna do it the only way I know how.
By taking their hearts and putting them in a ring or whatever.
She kind of like shows you all the rings on her finger, and you all are flying over the docks. It's like really rainy. This part of town is super dusty and dingy. It's kind of like in the slums. Everybody here just kind of like minds their own business. A lot of shady stuff happens, but people just don't want to be bothered with it. And you land on this old cargo ship that's like, it's docked. But this ship is like really dinged up, and it looks like it could never really set sail or anything. So Ma lands, and you all kind of get out. Bug is like, I'll take care of the AV, and I'll be back later. He kind of takes off in the AV to go and take care of it. Yeah, you all are here at this houseboat or boathouse, whatever you prefer, and you have some downtime. So it's probably about like 8 p.m. now, 8 to 9 p.m. It's getting pretty late. So would you like to do anything before you kind of turn in for the night?
I'm sorry.
No,
Please.
I was just gonna say, I'm just I just send a message to my sister again that just says still alive.
She says K, like just the letter. And once you get inside, you see that like once you go inside the cargo ship, which looks like really ratty on the inside, there's this like really ornate living space, and it looks like you just kind of walk through a magic door because the entire interior of the cargo ship is like a really nice 5-star hotel. And you see that there are some other members of the Benito family there. They look pretty banged up. People are like kind of making makeshift hospital beds out of the furniture and stuff like that. And there are some members like helping patch each other up. Nobody really looks like a certified professional. Everybody's just kind of like making the most of what they got.
I lean over to Sid and I'm like, you know they got a kitchen on this thing.
Yes. Yes. I also think we need to get our armor repaired.
Ooh, good call.
I would like to refill my pocket shrimp, though. Is there... So I want to look around. Is there a way to repair armor?
Yeah, so go ahead.
Pocket shrimp station.
And let's do a perception check.
Okay.
Or actually not perception. Let's do local expert check.
Okay. I just got a 13.
So it looks like they have somebody who's kind of like the armory guy there, and they had to get out in a hurry, so they don't have too much. But he's like, well, I mean, I can do what I can, but I can't promise you anything. So you could probably get some patchwork done on your gear, and they have like handguns and stuff like that, but nothing too heavy duty.
Okay.
So while Sid, you go off to do that, Ravenne, Maya kind of takes you aside, and she puts her hands on your shoulders. And she's like, I heard what you said about not having a family. And I've always been hard on you, but you're kind of like my other daughter, and you did good work bringing my Roxy home. So I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I have a lot that I want to think about right now. Is it cool if I just sit outside the boat for some air?
I understand. She gives you a hug, and then she walks away. She walks over to you, Zig Zag, and she's like, Roxy, I'm gonna ask. I know what you're gonna say, but I could use your help putting the family back together.
I mean, I knew you had to ask. Listen, I wanted to have a clean break. I wanted to not have to have my hands so covered in blood. I mean, listen, rock and roll is a hard lifestyle also, but mostly I was just mad at you for Rian, and now I have Rian back, and so I'm feeling some conflicted feelings. And also, like, the Benito Ranch was still in one piece, and now it's not. So, I don't know that I have an answer for you just now, but it's not a no anymore. I do think I need to sort of take this ragtag group of weirdos and sort of figure out why we're trying to be murdered sort of specifically. But after that, maybe?
She smiles and she's like, I'm proud of you. Making your own way in the world. Well, my door is always open and you can always come home, but this could be a chance for us to have a fresh start. I know that you never wanted to be a part of the crime family, and I think it's time I accept that. If you want to be Zig Zag and be a rock star, then I support you.
And you do like my music. You weren't just buying it because you love me?
No. Caterpillar Soup is really good. I'm really impressed that you actually had songwriting ability, because it's just not really. I can't carry a tune to save my life, so I don't know where you got it from.
I remember the lullabies.
Okay, let's not rub it in.
Okay.
She reaches in her pocket and pulls out a small case, and she hands it to you, and she's like, now, it sounds like you got some people that you got to kill. I want you to do me proud, and you kill them with style.
I always try.
when you open the case, you see that there are special bullets in there. So there's a incendiary bullet, an acid bullet, and a corrosive bullet.
Yo, go Ma.
I love my mama.
And yeah, so Ma has that moment with you, and she kind of gives you a hug and gives you a kiss on the forehead, and goes to talk to the rest of the Finito family. So Raven, you're outside, and you kind of are having this moment to yourself. It's a quiet space on the ship where you can just kind of have some privacy. And Bug finds you out there, and he lights up a cigarette and kind of holds one out to you. And he's like, "You want one?"
They're kind of stinky, so that's going to be a no from me. But thanks for the offer.
Your choice. You doing okay, kid?
I guess. I don't know. Is it always going to be this hard?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I started this life with my brother. He was a Nova, and I tried to tell him that there was gonna come a time where we would be at odds. Long story short is, that time came and I had to make a choice who my real family was. This life doesn't get any easier, but it's not too late for you to get out if you want.
I don't know if I can handle all this pressure. It felt easy when it was all just, fun and games and powwow, but a lot of lives are at stake now.
Yeah, these high riders are nasty characters, but it's not the first time that somebody's made a move on us. Ma's gonna get us through it.
I believe that.
He kind of puts his hand on your shoulder and he's like, all that stuff before about, me threatening you and saying I was gonna hurt you, it's not personal. I've always kind of respected you.
I've respected you too. At least I'd like to think.
But it goes back to what I was saying. This life, there's no safety. There's no guarantees. There's no friends. It's just business. And sometimes you gotta do things against people you love.
I don't know what choice I'm gonna make.
He lights up another cigarette and he's like, I'm sure you'll make the right one. And you and Bug just kind of have this moment together out here listening to the rain on the edge of the ship. What are Gizmo and Ruby up to?
I think I have found my way to what I think is the kitchen. And I'm starting to rummage around just to make sure that they've got some supplies to keep us safe. But I'm also basically really just making sure that Sid's okay, because I know that our MO now is really to get her fixed up.
Yeah, so in the kitchen, you see that unfortunately they don't have the spread like they did at the ranch, but every type of canned food you can imagine they have here. They've got canned beans, canned yams, canned everything. They've got canned popcorn. And you don't even know how they do that.
Canned popcorn.
Yeah. But yeah, you see that there's somebody in there who's probably the chef, and they're trying to whip up something for dinner.
Hey, you come here often?
No, not if I can help it. This is like a last resort kind of thing.
Question. I see basically everything's in canned here. Do you have like a specialty thing you can make? I got a friend who, she's gonna need some fixing up. I figured, give her something nice to take her mind off of it. Not that she'd remember it necessarily, but...
He gets really all up in your personal space, like way too close to your face. And he's like, "What are you looking for?"
Oh.
Kiss.
Well, you got any kind of shrimp?
For a kiss.
Shrimp?
Stuff?
Let me see. And he kind of like waddles over to the fridge and takes out like this old, dirty, green-looking thing of fish. And it's like you think it's shrimp, but you can't really tell because there's also some octopuses and other things in there. And it's like in this Tupperware, but like it's all covered in green sludge. And he's like, "This is what you're looking for right here."
Can you fry it?
And he's like, "What?" So he reaches his hand in the green sludge and pulls out a like a plate covered in like plastic wrap, and it has some barbecue shrimp on it that looks like it's been cooked recently. And he's like, "You gotta hide the good stuff around here, but you know, listen, I'll give you some of this shrimp, but it's gonna cost you."
You know what? Worth it. What do you need?
"How much coin you got?"
That's a good question. How much coin do I got?
You have 1,500 eddies. If you haven't spent any money, but I gave you 1,500.
Okay. I mean, on me, I got like 200 eddies.
Eddies? No, I want coins. I don't want eddies.
Well,
Do a local expert check to see what he means about coins.
I don't know why I feel like this guy's breath is so extreme. I can still feel it.
Yeah, you can't tell if it's coming from the like sludge that he has or if it's from his
exactly.
stanky breath. Yeah.
Hopefully coins means like Altoids.
Yeah. I got a 16.
Okay, awesome. So you know that people refer to like personal trinkets as coins.
Okay. Do I have anything on me that would work? I'm trying to think if I even have anything at this point.
I'm gonna say that because this is just like a side thing, you can have whatever you want. So you know.
Okay. All right. So I look at him and I'm like, all right. See this necklace? This was stolen off of what I was told was a sea captain over 600 years ago. This is one of the coolest things I've ever obtained from a gig, and I have worn it every single day for the last 15 years. This thing is easily worth way more than I would need, but there's nowhere to actually sell it anymore, so it's really just a super fancy heirloom. But you wear this, you're basically a pirate.
Oh, you see that he kind of takes it from you and he's like, "All right, you can have the shrimp. You must really like shrimp." He's kind of like holding it like Golem, and he's like, "This is precious." And you have this plate of delicious shrimp now.
Yeah.
He totally got it at like a pawn shop or something.
Yeah, totally.
Totally
Yeah.
made that up.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, pal. And listen, don't tell anybody about that, right? That's, that's secret pirate stuff. Wear it with pride.
He's like, "All right, it's our little secret," and he kind of puts it in his shirt so nobody can see it.
I give him a little wink and I walk out with the shrimp.
Awesome. So Zig Zag, you kind of see Ravenne over outside having a moment, and you see Bug come back in. If you wanted to go and speak with her.
I do. And also saves me having to tell Bug to get lost. So yeah, like, I guess, like, before everyone's getting ready to turn in for the evening, like, Zig Zag is gonna try and find Ravenne and finds her outside, and, like, I don't know, just sort of, like, plops down next to her and, like, does that thing where you, like, hug your knees. It looks very cute. Hey, Ravenne.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I mean, I could see why you You ditched your family to be a rock star or whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely more glamorous, isn't it? I'm not good at like small talk. I'm good at like big talk. Can I ask you a question though?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Why did you want to join a crime family? Like, this was all I knew for a long time, and it was fine. And it was like, yeah, you'd go out and I was being trained to be the boss and everyone was nice to me, and it's kind of like being a rock star with a certain set of people. And then I met Rian, and like, it was different, and he didn't care that I could like shoot people, and he didn't care that like we may or may not find new buyers for goods that we own currently. And he let me just like be someone else that wasn't Roxy Benito. Now I'm talking about me and not the question. But the question that I had for you is, like, that's all I knew. And then when I saw that there was something else, I couldn't wait for the chance to jump out and leave and not have to deal with it. Like, why would you try to fight so hard and, like, go through a lot? Because we've put you through our... Well, not me. I mean, I think we were fine mostly. But, like, these people put you through your paces trying to get in. And, like, the Benitos and the Novas haven't treated you so good. Why are you so hungry to, like, be a part of that?
Well, you know, between you and me, right? When I was young, like really young, my whole family was basically wiped out by people I don't even know who they were. And I was left by myself. I was left alone. And I didn't really know what to do, so I just kind of wandered the streets trying to find something to latch onto, something to do. And the Novas found me and they took me in. You know, they let me do just kind of like side little pickpockety jobs until I got older. But that's all I know. I don't know about anything that's on the outside. I haven't had really outside people until now, you know? And so I guess I haven't really thought about anything outside of the crime family until right now. So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Me neither. Because now I also have to decide if I'm coming back in or staying out. And, like, I like Zig Zag. I mean, I'm a monster, but I like me right now, for the most part. But Rian's back, and, like, I don't know. Don't tell anyone else I said this, and don't tell Ruby, because she gonna make fun of me, probably. I mean, also, she'll tell me not to join a crime family again, because it's hard to be a rock star when you're also doing crime. Or
that is true. I don't talk to Ruby that much, so I don't think you have that much story with them.
Okay. I never really had people sort of my own age, also, to talk to.
Yeah. That does make sense. I don't know. I guess it's something that we're both gonna have to try to figure out together.
Can you play an instrument?
Mm-mm. No.
Okay, that was just it was a stupid idea. Never mind.
Okay, cool.
So Ravenne and Zig Zag, you have this really sweet moment together.
Wait, Zig Zag, I do have a question.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Do you think I'm fit for a life of saving people?
In my experience, saving people and hurting people sort of look the same thing sometimes. Mm-hmm. But you did save my ma, and you did save Rian, and you helped us with that, so you're already on. As far as I know, you're already got a good start.
Yeah. It's kind of hard having to choose, you know, who lives and who dies. I feel like I shouldn't have that power, but
that's why you aim for the legs and you just let luck take over.
I'll be there. All right, sweet moment over. Let's go.
Yeah, we did talk about murder again. Yeah, we did ruin the sweet moment.
So, yes, y'all had this sweet moment, but sweet in a way that two kids who've been gangsters have. So, what's Ruby been up to?
So is Zig Zag back in the room?
Yeah, I can come back.
I just want to make sure of placement of where Zig Zag is because I want to go up to Ma.
Oh, then no, I'm outside. I thought you wanted me. You wanted me gone.
No, I want you in the room.
Okay. So as I walk back in,
as you walk back in, I spot Zig Zag walking back in with Ravenne, which is, it's fine either way. And I want to go up to Ma and I want to take her hands while in view of Zig Zag. I want to hold it up, like getting close to Ma and just say, out of Zig Zag's earshot, but so that she can see us. And I just want to say, hey, I think your daughter is awesome. And I promise I will look after her. And I will do everything to make sure she's safe while she's with me. And then I want to look over to Zig Zag and I want to give her a little wink. And then I want to take Ma's face in my hands and give her a big kiss on the mouth. Okay? I promise you.
Nothing but net.
Yeah, I feel nothing but shock right now.
Go ahead and do a persuasion check. This is gonna be a DV of like 35.
Better start making a new.
Okay, 30.
What are you talking about?
Your stats are so crazy. You can certainly do that.
You can't adjust the stats based on my stats. And plus, I was saying the right thing to Ma.
What a third act to this episode.
This is just going to determine how she responds.
What am I doing?
Doing persuasion.
And this was the last we ever saw of Ruby.
The blood smear on the ground.
19.
Okay, awesome. So you take her hands and you kiss her, and she's like, I really appreciate that. It's been a stressful day. Do you want to unwind together?
Well, I mean, I've got a bottle of tequila here someone gave me. We can go kick back on the couch and share that.
This is not happening.
I've got some questions to ask you as well, in fact, because I really want to know about Fennec, and I want to know what you know about Fennec. Do you think you can, do you want to share a bottle of tequila and share some thoughts?
She kind of smiles at you and she's like, yeah, I'd like that. She takes your hand and kind of leads you away into a back room.
Ma!
I'm gonna share some thoughts. That was really weird.
And it's not over yet. So Ma takes Ruby into a back room, and about 15 minutes goes by. You see Ma comes back, and Ruby, Ma has kind of chained you up to the bed, but left you there.
Okay.
And she chains you up, and she's like, now I want you to know, I'm doing this to give you a taste of what it's like to be with me. And if this is what you want, we can talk about it later once my daughter is safe. If it's not, or if you hurt my daughter, it's going to be way worse. And I'm going to have to take that pretty little head of yours.
Where's the key?
And I would say, hey, look, one, I'm all up for fun. And this right here looks freaking awesome. But in saying that, I want to promise you, I was being genuine. All I wanted to do was tell you that I promise to look after your daughter, and I wanted to talk to you about Fennec. I apologize if you took it to be a come on. I'm just a friendly person, and I think you're awesome. And if you want to do this, I'm all up for this as well. Don't get me wrong. This looks like a shit ton of fun. But I swear to God, my place here is to look after your daughter and find out all the information I can about what you might know about Fennec so that I can continue to keep her safe.
Ma takes some folders out of a desk nearby and puts them on your stomach, and then she gives you a kiss on the lips, and she's like, that's all you need to know. And she walks away. So the folders you can see have files
Am I still
on.
handcuffed?
You're still handcuffed.
Yeah.
So the files on Fennec, and you see also some information on the Novas, but you are handcuffed to the bed. So yeah, Zig Zag, you see your mom come out of the room 15 minutes later, And she kind of has a smiling look on her face, and she winks at you, Zig Zag, and kind of goes about her business.
It's like, I don't care who my mom dates as long as it's not anyone I know.
Does anybody go looking for Ruby?
Can I yell out?
Yeah, you can if you want.
Yeah. I wanna scream out Sid's name. Say, Sid, get in here. I got some tequila to share.
Do I hear this? This all took a turn, by the way.
You wish you didn't.
So did I see what just happened, or do I just hear all of it?
Ruby kissed Ma, and then
Right.
go in, and then Ma came back in.
Right. That's what I meant. It's like in the main room.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just like, I look at the guy who's repairing my armor, and I go, all right. Strangely, this is not the first time that I've had to fish her out of a room. I'll be back.
He's like, it happens a lot around here. It's normal. We're kind of used to it.
Is my stuff done? Can I like? I'm not rushing to help. Is my armor ready? Because I would like to put it back on.
It'll be ready in the morning, he said.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So I slowly get up and I cross the room and open the door. And I just stand in the doorway.
Okay, and I say, all right, I know this looks kind of a little crazy, but I promise you, A, it was kind of a ton of fun, and no one got hurt, but look what I got on my belly. We got a ton of info. Come and get me out of these cuffs, and we can look into how we're gonna get ourselves out of all this.
Nice work. And I go over, I'm like digging in my pocket. I pull out a handcuff key because of course I always have one on me.
Naturally.
And uncuff her. And very nice work.
Hey, look, it's not always the smartest way to do things, but generally, you get what you want.
Listen, this is totally my style. I grab the folder that says Finnick and I open it up.
Awesome. So inside, you learn that Finnick has been essentially purchasing land and trying to buy up all of the land that's essentially the Nova's turf. And that's probably one of the big reasons why they've been beefing. You also see a photo of Finnick and a man you don't recognize. You can do a local expert check to see if you may have heard of this person. The man is, he's a tall man with like a really muscular frame. He has a white suit on with a purple tie, and he has a similar like lion's overcoat mane thing, similar to the Reaper, but it's clearly somebody else.
Not the Reaper.
Not the Reaper.
But
Okay.
But lions. High riders.
Yeah. So it's not the Reaper, the person you saw, but this person has a similar High Rider's dress as the Reaper.
Yes. I got 32.
12.
Oh my God.
I show the picture to Ruby.
You show Ruby.
I'm like, who's this?
Your stats are so crazy. Hold on, I have to look
who's
this up
this?
because I didn't think you would get it.
Don't you damn well change the game because my stats are so good. I'm a fixer. I'm meant to be good at it.
No, you got what you wanted. It was just
She knows
spicier.
everyone. She fixes everything.
Just don't put me in a gunfight because I think I totally lucked out at the beginning and it's never going to happen again.
That was funny. Okay, so one sec.
While she is inspecting the photograph, I unlock the other parts of the handcuffs and tuck them into my pockets.
Okay, yes, you have the
Shrimp
handcuffs now.
cuffs.
2 sets. You never know. I say to Ruby as I stick him in my pocket.
And I say, always be prepared.
Yeah. You really should.
This is the way.
Yes. But you really should carry one of these keys. Just seems like something you might need.
I know, but take some of the fun out of it if I know I can get out real easy.
Is Gizmo in the main room?
Yeah, I think so. At this point,
Getting
that
there
was
with
the plot.
shrimp.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Around.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of hungry. I didn't eat at the Benito family house, so I'm gonna go and be like, hey, can I see one of those from you, or is there like more somewhere?
Yeah, you can get a shrimp.
Thanks. How you doing?
You know, considering everything, I'm actually doing okay. I usually don't really talk to people other than Sid and my sister, but you know, you guys aren't the worst, so it's all right.
No, thanks. I like take a very big, juicy, crunchy bite out of the barbecue shrimp.
By the way, I was gonna give some of those to Sid. How do they taste?
Pretty bad. Pretty terrible. Yeah.
Okay,
Noted.
so
little
Raven and
slimy.
Gizmo, you all are sharing shrimp, but so Ruby, you look at the photo of Finnick and this other person that Sid didn't recognize, and you recognize this person as Jafari Haji, Jafari, last name Haji, and he is the leader of the High Riders.
Yes.
So nobody
Guy
ever
in the-
sees him planet side, but it looks like he came down to meet with Finnick at some point.
I turn to Sid and say, this guy, remember the planet guy from before?
No.
Jafari Haji?
I mean, no, really, I don't, but okay.
Okay. The High Riders, the leader of the High Riders?
Yes.
Yes, this is him. And they're together.
What do you think it means?
Oh, Sid, come on now. What the hell? We gotta take you to the doctor
I
tomorrow.
really need help. I really do.
What it means is that these two are either working together and taking us all out and taking all the money, or
They're dating.
they're dating. Correct. Excellent.
I mean, what was the other or? Everybody laughed. What else were they
I'm
gonna?
saying there is no or. That's what's happening. here.
Oh, right. That's right. Because they wouldn't. I mean, they do make a really cute couple, though.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's move on to important factual
Okay.
things.
Okay. Okay.
What I'm
okay.
trying to say is the guy who's trying to take over everything
Yes, is a high
actually
rider,
in
basically.
cahoots
Yeah.
with the guy from Make a Corp.
Wouldn't it be funny if in cahoots was like a way of saying that somebody was dating?
All right, I'm
someone
done
else?
here. I'm gonna scream out to
Okay.
get Zig Zag in the room.
I'm like outside the door, and I'm just like, as long as everyone's wearing all their clothes.
It's fine, Zig Zag. Come in, Roxy, whoever you are.
I'm sort of half dressed, but my armor's getting fixed. I'm as clothed as I can be right now. I yell out.
And I'm just gonna say to Zig Zag, nothing happened. Nothing happened. I make a promise to you, nothing will happen between me and your mother.
You kissed her directly on the lips in front of my eyes.
Don't always believe that what you think you see is what you think you see.
Your lips touched each. I don't want to talk about this. This is weird. Okay, what do you want me to look at?
So here's the situation. Jafari Haji, how much do you know about these High Riders guys?
How much does Zig Zag know other than
Let's
what you
do a
told us
local
before?
Expert check.
Okay. It's time.
And I mean
for
within the
Zig
crime
Zag.
family stuff as opposed
Yeah.
to general information, because obviously I have a grasp of general information, but
16.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, you've heard your mom mention like the High Riders before, but you don't recognize the name Jafari, you don't recognize the face.
I mean, I feel like I do recognize the name because you mentioned it when we were talking to my mom when he appeared on a hollow disc.
Yes.
Yes.
That's correct. You
Yes, but
recognize that this is the same person from the message. But in
How
terms
was
of
the guy
like,
on the hollow disc? You
Alright,
were all
okay, great.
there.
So you don't really know. This is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So the guy that's been planning to take all of us out, Fennec, from the corporations, is hand in hand with lead High Rider.
How old is this photo?
I mean, it looks like it's very recent.
So either they are working together
or they're dating.
They used to be working together or they're dating.
Oh, right. Or they used to, right. Used to be.
Yeah, and if you do that again, I'm seriously going to hit you.
I mean, it's just, we shouldn't rule out any possibility.
Can I just smack her across the face? Smack Sid across the face.
I grab her wrist before she does it, and I'm like, do I need to chain you back to this bed?
No! I will leave.
Point is, as Sid is holding my hand, we're in some deep shit here, kids.
Yeah.
We gotta find a way out of it. We gotta get your brain fixed first thing in the morning so we can remember everything that you know about what Fennec's been feeding you, everyone he's been connected to. We've got Gizmo has the name of all of the connections that have been on Nix's phone. Ravenne, we're hoping, is going to come in helpful at some point in this situation. We got to start getting serious. We got to stop the shrimp. P.S. Who even likes shrimp? That shit is disgusting.
Yeah, you said feeding me information. I'm hungry, y'all.
Everything that is happening here. Oh, we got to sort this out.
Can we go get some food? I'm so hungry.
And I'm just gonna say, Sid, chain me back up to the bed, please.
I'm gonna
just chain me back up to the bed and leave this room.
But I need to go get some food, and I just get up and I like walk out. I take the folders, and I get up and I walk out into the main room, looking around for the kitchen.
Okay, awesome. So, you leave. You have the folders. You see Gizmo has the shrimp for you. He and Ravenne are sitting down eating it, and so the rest of you
We've been snacking.
All join and share shrimp together. Is there any last thing that people would want to do before you go to sleep?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to turn to Gizmo. How did you find shrimp? I freaking love you, man.
I will always find shrimp.
Thank you. And I like take a big bite.
Can I see, is there any random people walking past the door? The open
door? Oh yeah, there's lots of people just kind of all around doing stuff.
Can I just call some people in and say, get a bottle of tequila, come in, party's in here?
You see that there are like some, there's like some really buff people, these really buff sailors, and they're like, I mean, I like tequila, and like 3 or 4 of them come in there and party with you.
I get up and I'm like, yeah, this has been a really, really long day, and I'm not really in the mood for partying, so I'm gonna go hit the hay. Y'all don't mind.
I want to check on Rian before bed. I don't want to forget that he exists. He exists, and I will check on him and probably like fall asleep next to whatever cot he's in.
Okay, yeah. So he's in one of the guest rooms. Nice. He's still unconscious, but he's been like they took care of him and got him some fresh clothes, and he's just unconscious on the bed.
I just curl up next to him on the bed then.
Awesome. So Zig Zag and Rian snuggle up together. Ravenne heads off to bed. Is there anything that y'all wanted to do before the rest of y'all wanted to do before turning in?
Just party with the sailors, just for a little bit.
Okay, awesome. So Ruby and Sid, y'all turn up with the sailors. There's so much tequila everywhere. Everybody has a really good time, and you all finally have a moment of reprieve on this ship in this hidden Benito hideaway before you head out in the morning and start up your adventures again. That's actually where we're going to end for today. Our band of bandits has survived and formed a new, stronger bond, not only with one another, but with some new friends and old ones as well. So they have clues of what's being planned by their enemies, and they're going to make moves next time. So we look forward to seeing you then. Thank you so much for watching.
I don't.